I know you're excited for May 3rd.
The fuck May 3rd?
Free comic book day. Are you getting ready?
Yeah. Can we light them on fire? How many can you get?
So the full list came out, and there are a couple of titles I really want to get. The one I want the most is it's kind of weird. The one I want the most didn't even show up on the original list, and that makes me think it's going to be hard to get. It's a DC All-In Absolute Universe special, and it's going to talk about some. It's going to reveal some shadowy villain behind the scenes that's kind of watching what's going on with this Absolute Universe. So I don't know if it's going to be someone existing or if it's going to be a new character, but they might get revealed in this book. So it's kind of a book that I think a lot of people are going to be after. So might have to get online a little early. You mind being my placeholder?
Yeah, I do.
Come on, you
placeholder.
Yeah, you get online early, and then I'll come back when the store opens.
Okay.
I'll give you $5. There's $5 in it for you.
And a free comic book?
And many free comic books.
Is it universal? These comic books are free?
What do you mean universal?
Where do every store you go to has these free comics?
Yeah, every store that partakes in it. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, store has to partake in it. It costs them money. It's not free for them. It's free for us. It's a promotional thing. It's usually the store usually gets in the most amount of people of the year. It's kind of like their Black Friday a little bit. Free comic book day, because they get a lot of people in the store and you end up spending a lot more money. And the free comic books are to get you in, but then you spend money on other things in the store.
Was it once a year?
Once a year.
Oh.
Yeah, once a year. Yeah. Usually a lot of people show up. But
it's only certain titles.
Yeah, it's certain specific titles that the publishers release. They're new books. And sometimes sometimes they become a little valuable. There have been a couple in the past where there have been a first appearance or something big happened in them.
Why can't a comic book store just set its own comics they want to give for free?
What do you mean, just back issues that they already have?
Yeah. What if you have a big stock of something? Can they throw stuff in there?
Yeah, you can give. I mean, a store can give away whatever it wants, but these are new titles. Yeah. Every year, they're fresh titles, and people want the new stories.
There's no incentive for them to give away these specific comics.
Yes, it's because it's free comic book day.
I get that, but they can give away any free comics they want. Couldn't they?
You're looking for a rogue free comic book day? Is that what you're looking for?
I just think, what if I want to do something different?
Shitty, out of the back of a van comic book day?
If I'm a comic book store and I want to give out, what if I want to give away my own assortment of free comics?
I just picture you in a big white van that says Dave's Free Comics, and you go from town to town.
I bet you I'd have you people lined up in my van. I can get you in the van, some of you.
Restraining orders are on their way.
But I mean, if you want to be unique, couldn't you have your own set of comic books?
What do you mean, publish your own books?
No, just whatever you have in stock that you think you want to get rid of.
Okay, yeah, I guess you could, but you're talking about hundreds and hundreds of books that go out.
That many people go to every store?
Yes, you're not understanding the span of it.
But you could buy whatever stock you want.
And no one wants old dollar books like that. They want these because there could be something. First of all, they're new, fresh stories.
Are they
cheaper?
There
are new characters.
Are they cheaper to buy, when they're buying from the comic place? Are they getting these books cheaper? Is there a deal?
Yeah, there's a deal. They're not paying. I don't think they're paying the full price of what they're normally paying.
That makes a difference.
For the other books that they get. Yeah.
Well, but every 100th customer gets a really good free comic book.
Well, there were ratios sometimes with these where if you ordered a certain amount, you'd get like a 1 in 100 or a 1 in 25.
I mean, no one's separating themselves. Everyone's just doing the same stupid thing. How do you make yourself stand out?
There are not that you think that there's a comic book store on every corner like there used to be. There's not.
No, but there's still. there are comic book stores, and you want to make yourself stand out.
Yes, but there's only usually one or two in an area, and it's going to pull your LCS right now is going to pull everyone in from your area. There's not many stores left.
Yeah. Yeah. Every 100 customer gets a Action #1 comics. You know what the line would be at your store?
And how are you procuring?
Well, we'll worry about that
comics
after.
#1?
We're not going to.
There's plenty of reprints. You can get those.
Yeah.
There's a million reprints.
You didn't say you don't have to say it's not a reprint.
No one's going to come for Action comic reprints. You're taking me way off track here.
That's what I like to do.
You're just prolonging comic time by doing that. But yeah, I'm going to be looking for this one. Hopefully I can get one of these. And then another one that I'm looking to get is, it's not even something I really collect, but this artist right now is very hot right now, Mark Spears. He does a lot of like monster art, and he's done some G.I. Joe, Thundercats, but he has a very unique style. And there's a book coming out for Free Comic Book Day called Monsters, and that's probably going to be sought after too. It kind of looks like the art on this cover kind of looks like an old VHS box. Looks pretty cool. Be Kind, Rewind. And remember the little horror stickers they would stick on? It would be action, horror. They had those stickers that would wear off. It looks very cool. I really hope I can get one of those too. Would you like me to get any for you? Are there any you really want? Why don't you go with me so you can at least get some for me? I mean, be useful.
How much money?
Why don't you be useful?
To you? No,
to society. For once in your life. And then there's going to be, look, and see, I think you're going to want to go. There's a Black Mirror comic.
No, thanks.
You know what would be cool is in the Black Mirror comic, you open it up and it's a guy in a store buying the comic in the store you're in.
They did an episode like they did that. Everyone Hates. Remember that last season?
Oh yeah, the one where it was a Netflix show about a Netflix show, right?
The day she came home from the day. And
that was cool. They should do that with the comic. You open it up and you're in there, and somehow they with some voodoo magic, you open up, you're looking around. What the hell's going on?
That wouldn't be as scary though, because not many people would see it anyway.
What I also like that they do in Free Comic Book Day is they gear a lot of these towards kids. You know, remember kids who used to like comics? And when we were in the stores, it was always kids, and there were like creepy adults in there. Now it's all creepy adults and a few kids. But they have a lot of these comics to get kids interested in comics. A lot of titles, and hopefully it works because the industry needs it. There's a Minecraft book, smart. Very smart. There's going to be a Minecraft book. My kid will probably want to get that one. Then in other news, which I also know you're going to have a lot of input on this one, I know. GoCollect and PSA are teaming up. Your thoughts?
Are they collecting colon scores?
But no, they're deeming, PSA is teaming up with GoCollect. So they're going to have all their data. PSA wants to have all their data in GoCollect, so they can rival CGC with, all their values and have their values be the hopefully go-to. They're going to try to compete with CGC, because right now it's all about just what the values are with CGC. There's not a lot of other data that goes into the market price of how books are valued. It's all about CGC prices sold on eBay, pretty much. But really, it really should be a average of everything, graded. Yeah. I don't think you could do it with raw books, because then you're gonna have to rely. You love the raw books. You like that term? You're just a sick person, is what you are. You're really just a sick person.
Raw books.
That's what's going to be on the side of your van. Dave's Raw Comics, isn't it?
Bigger line. The line just got bigger.
You'll have a bigger line. You will than all the stores.
What's that?
Just for the sheer curiosity. I want to see what that. You're kidnapped. You're immediately kidnapped. But I don't think you could do the values. It's got to be graded. It's got to all be graded. You can't throw raw value in with the graded value, because then you're relying on people to accurately grade raw books, which if you ever buy something on eBay, no one does. Very few people do correctly. I see the little NM next to a lot of listings on eBay, which means near mint. And these books are far from freaking near mint. List near mint means like six spine creases on the back. You
can just throw near NM on anything?
Well, they can on their listing. And if you really want to get petty, you can report them.
Which you probably have.
I have reported listings in my life. It wasn't for that. I've reported listings for inaccurate descriptions.
Can I report you on anything?
If I have a bad listing, you can.
Off topic, do you list anywhere?
Well, we will soon under And Now Comics.
And then I can report us?
You can report our own listing. No, you know what, the one that I report the most? Actually, and I don't report it unless I tell the person. I say, because it's mostly a mistake. The biggest one is that people list, they list the Superman number 75 Platinum Edition, but instead they actually put on Adventures of Superman number 500 because they both have that silver and black, but the one has the bloody S and the one is just the regular S. But a lot of people list those things a lot.
The rookie mistake.
It's because I'm always looking for one of those at a good price. I never got one of those. I always wanted one. But people still value them, I think, too high. There were like 10,000 of them made.
You think this is the problem with comic book collecting? That this takes all the fun of it? All this nonsense?
What do you mean, values and stuff like that?
Yeah, like this whole, making it a whole business. Doesn't it make it like not fun?
No, I think that's what saved it. I think, listen, CGC takes a lot of shit, but I think CGC saved the comic industry. That's my opinion. Because all of a sudden, all those books that were, when the whole thing collapsed because of eBay, because that's what collapsed it mainly. I mean, it was half eBay, half the publishers putting out way too many books, print runs way too high, too many variants, too many special editions, all that stuff. But then when eBay came along, all of a sudden you didn't have to go to your comic book store anymore, and you could get whatever issue you wanted anywhere in the world, anyone that had it. You didn't have to look through, all the comic book stores in your area and go through all their bins and try to find it. And if you didn't, tough luck. Now you didn't have to do it anymore. You go right on and find it. So that severely diluted the values. And then when CGC came along, now all of a sudden, all those diluted books were able to become worth something more depending on the grade. So now it wasn't just about Hulk 181. It was what grade Hulk 181. So that really injected a lot of life into the comic book industry, I think. I think it kind of saved it. So there. Top that.
I don't really give a about trying to stop that.
Top that!
Big deal.
Stop that!
Unreal.
You can try to, you blue!
I will make a fool of you.
Top that!
Woo! Top that.